1989 has been a year of international triumph and tragedy. The student protests and subsequent massacres in Beijing, the collapse of communist rule in Eastern Europe, major earthquakes in China and the western United States. Here in Bermuda, we had our own triumphs, our own tragedies. But more often than not, we had our own comedies.
We believe we live in Bermuda.
We are the children of Bermuda, and the Bank of Bermuda has chosen us to be in their head to represent the future of our island.
I'm black. I'm white. I'm Portuguese.
I'm an exotic mixture of Irish, West Indian, and Himalayan.
And I'm part everything all them other lots mentioned.
And I'm a Mohawk.
We truly represent Bermuda's diverse cultures and the characteristics of its population.
Both my parents are Bermudian.
One of mine is Bermudian. I'm an expat till I'm 18.
Very illegitimate.
That's right. And I'm a Mohawk.
Both my parents work 2 jobs.
Both of my parents work at 2 jobs. My whole family works at 2 jobs.
I don't know if my daddy works or not. But I know my mama does.
Well, both my daddies work.
And I'm a Mohawk.
I'm Seventh Day.
I'm Anglican.
I'm Catholic. I'm a triathlete.
Well, I do karate, so I guess I'm a Satanist.
I go fishing on Sundays.
My daddy likes to go fishing, but Mama says he drinks too much when he goes on the rocks.
Well, neither of my parents drink at all, you know.
Both my parents drink, and so do I.
We used to drink, but now we smoke crack and play loud music.
Well, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a policeman so I can arrest you and sell your drugs.
Oh yeah? Well, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a lawyer so I can get him off.
Well, when I grow up, I'm gonna be the governor, just in case you don't get him off.
We believe we live in
If you're looking for shopping and bars to go hopping, there's one place to go. Downtown, such a selection, shops in every direction and bars everywhere. Downtown, but try and park your car and there's no room here in the city. Traffic wardens walking, writing tickets with no pity. Cruise ships are in. There's loads of fat tourists who will only buy 20 t-shirts, complain when they do. It's all downtown. Horseshit is everywhere. Downtown. Fumes in the atmosphere. Downtown. Wardens are waiting for you. Downtown.
Is he fight on yet?
No. Your ref's just giving him final instructions, like no punching any nuts, right?
Yeah, I know. Drink what I tell you.
Yeah. Well, I'm some sort of glad you got Campbell, you know, because I want to see this fight real bad. I couldn't take that drive down prison officers no more, you know.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Here we go. Hey, hit it, man. Hit it, man.
Hook!
Put your hands up. Hit it, man. Get up the ropes, man. Get up there. Hit it, man. Get up, man. Get up. Easy.
My boy Mike.
Took a dive, you know. He took a dive, I'm sure.
Okay, that's over with. What you want to do now?
Well, I brought a case of elephants with me, and I'd be damned if you're going to take my money and drink all my beer.
Okay, no problem. I got 36 channels to choose from.
Well, there's got to be something on.
Oh yeah, we got candlepin bowling, cheers, pro football, cheers, college football, cheers, high school football, cheers, monster truck pull.
Well, hold on. You don't have any smut?
Well, you do get to see some bush on Showtime every now and again, but nothing tremendous.
Well, I can't believe you pay $60 a month and you don't get no blue movies.
You know?
Well, can't you negotiate for some?
Well, I've been thinking about going in and asking for Playboy, right?
No. See, ain't you learned nothing from Adi yet? See, if you want Playboy, you gotta go in and demand hardcore XXX full insertion stuff, right? And then you settle for Playboy. Anyway, there's gotta be something else on.
Oh yeah, we got lots of stuff. We got country music, trout fishing, weather, news, headline news, shopping, travel.
Go back. You get shopping on TV?
Oh yeah.
And it's only $49.95 for that necklace?
Oh, yeah, it's real, genuine zirconium diamonds. Aisha would love one of those.
Right, well, give me the phone, man. I got my go card and everything.
No. You can't buy nothing. It's an 800 number.
I know, boy. Well, what's he good at that there?
It's all part of the service, man.
Well, what else you got there?
Oh, let's see, we got kids programs and Christian programs, educational programs, pro beach volleyball, the young and the restless.
Hold it. You got Channel 10 on cable?
Yeah, it's Channel 9.
Well, what's Channel 7?
Channel 8.
You mean to tell me that you get 36 channels and you still got nothing to watch?
Yeah, but I can watch it 24 hours a day.
Maybe it's because meteors fell from the sky that night. Or maybe it's because there are 12 inches in a foot. If you hadn't given your father that nasty tie for his birthday, or gone to bed with that particularly ugly woman that night back in 1963, it wouldn't have made the slightest bit of difference. We'd still hit you up for $1.29 for a bottle of fizzy water. It's the perfect scam. It's Perrier.
Evening, friends. I just came back from the Bank of Butterfield, and they gave me this here seedling, part of this National Trust thing. The guy at the bank said it's their favorite kind of seedling. It's a kind of seedling that moves when you talk to it, but it doesn't talk back. Some kind of significance to that, I'm sure. Anyway, I see by the clock on the wall and the watch on my wrist that it's 9:15. Time for the latest news here on station MWK Radio Mohawk. The son of St. David. Dom la 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 dom. With the latest news from the Mohawk newsroom, here I am. News tonight, a presentation of condiments, the breath control that freshens your breath. At a joint press conference today, Transport Minister Ralph Marshall and Housing Minister Quentin Edness announced they have a bold new plan to simultaneously solve Bermuda's traffic and housing problems. All expats who own a car now have to live in it. The ministers went on to explain that all expats will be required to park their cars at the airport before bedding down for the night, thus ensuring a ready supply of landfill material prior to the next hurricane. Pest control experts who are hunting for Bermuda's largest cockroach have admitted they made one mistake in their quest to capture a suitable specimen. We should have put the fumigation tent on during the throne speech debate, not after it, a spokesman said. Residents of the East End were awoken at 5 a.m. this morning by the tremors of an earthquake. The quake broke windows, cracked walls, and measured a big 12.3 on the open-ended sphincter scale. Premier John Swan today met with leaders of the local Rastafarian community in a bid to clarify his government's position on certain issues. It seems that the Rastas have been a bit excited at the prospect of an island-wide referendum. The Government Statistical Office, in conjunction with the Homework Hotline, today released the results of its youth-focused phone poll. Government now knows that Bermuda's youth is composed of 4 main groups: yuppies, young urban professionals; yuffies, young utter failures; yussies, youngsters under stress; and yobbos, young obnoxious bastards from overseas. That's it for the news here on station MWK, but we would invite you to tune in tonight to Mohawk Box Office when they present a superhero jungle epic set south of the border, complete with subtitles. That's Michael Caine, Tarzan and Jane, Lois Lane, and Fernando Lamas in Educating Bermuda. That's tonight on MBO. Stay tuned for a lot more news, plus sports, weather, music, and just a whole pile more here on station MWK. Radio Mohawk. The son of St. David's.
Miss Prescott Jones, would you send in the next applicant, please? Good afternoon. Have a seat there, Mr. Simmons.
Simons!
Hey, Mr. Simons.
This ain't gonna take long, is it?
No, not at all. Mr. Simons, I've read your application form, and from what I've seen so far, well, I'm very excited.
Oh, yeah?
There are just a couple of little holes here, and nothing important, but we'd like to know. Where are you currently employed?
Well, I'm sort of between jobs right now.
Well, that's fine. That means you could start immediately.
You hang on a second there, mate. Just hang on. There's a couple of things I want to know first, right? Okay?
Okay, fine.
First of all, how much second holiday time do I get off?
Well, you start out with 3 weeks annual paid vacation and 2 personal days per year. And of course, when you're sick, well, that's fine. We wouldn't want you to come into work sick, now would we?
So you mean when I say I'm sick, I still get paid?
Absolutely.
Okay, fine. Now, I don't work no overtime.
Oh, just the standard 35 hours a week, 9 to 5.
I can't make 9. I'm off the road.
Well, I'm sure we can get around that.
Yeah, and I gotta leave early most days, you know. Gotta leave early because I have to go pick up my other children from school.
Well, that's fine. In addition, you can also count on 2 15-minute coffee breaks, a subsidized lunch in the cafeteria, a big raise in 3 months, and a generous Christmas bonus.
Uh-huh.
Well, I've seen enough, Mr. Simons, and I'd like to offer you the job.
You're joking, ain't it?
Not at all. We need a man of your status in this position.
Oh, yeah.
Look, you really are perfect for this position.
Uh-huh. I don't want the job. I'm sorry.
But you see, immigration, they told us that we have too many expats in this department and that we have to hire a Bermudian. And you're the only one that applied.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I still don't want the job.
But you've got to take it. We'll even pay you as much as an expat.
You don't understand, do you? Look, the only reason I'm here in the first place is because my wife made me, right? A friggin' woman. She doesn't understand it's a full-time occupation just being out of work. I mean, I play euchre at the Workman's Club every night till 5 a.m., right? Gotta get some sleep. 10 a.m., I'm in cases for my eye opener. Gives me just enough time to dash across the road and get in my bet on the first race at Top Turf, right? Then I gotta go hustle lunch off people in the park. Then I gotta dash the other side of town, get my coupon in for my pools at Little Woods early, because you limeys got a different time.
You certainly appear to be a busy man, Mr.
That ain't the half of it, mate. That ain't the half of it. After that, I gotta dash down this once and get my prescription from Dr. Smyrny.
Look, Mr. Simons, we're still very interested in employing you. Is there any way at all that you can squeeze us into your schedule? As a consultant, perhaps?
All right, I tell you what. I'll come in on Fridays and pick up my check, just as long as I don't have to take my helmet off.
Okay, that's great, that's wonderful. I'll see you on Friday then.
Yeah, right.
Jolly good. Miss Preston Jones. Yeah, could you call immigration? Tell them we've just hired our new Bermudian CEO.
Thank you. So, how you girls enjoying your vacation?
Oh, it's very nice, but we had a bit of a fright last night.
Yes, just after the rapist left, we saw a cockroach in our room.
And it was this big!
Oh, must have been a baby.
Was it flying?
Fly?
Roaches fly?
Oh yeah, of course they don't usually fly till they're this big.
That's right, then they fly straight at you. Of course now, you should be especially scared, because you've got long hair.
Why is that?
Well, see, once they get in there, you gotta comb them out.
Yeah, and they always come apart while you're doing it too.
So how do you kill them?
Well, you see, you gotta pop them, right?
Pop them?
Sure. See, if you don't pop them, they're gonna get up and get you later.
Well, are there any other insects?
Oh, you mean like spiders?
Sure, we got crab spiders
And daddy long legs?
and money spiders.
But the ones you really gotta watch out for are the hurricane spiders and the house spiders.
House spiders? Why are they called house spiders?
Because there's not enough room in the house for you and the spiders.
They can't be that big.
Because you have bloody hand and are ugly and grey and they jump up and bite you.
And the only thing that can handle a house spider is a warwick lizard.
Oh, you mean those cute little green things with the orange flap?
No, I mean those big ugly bosses that look like dinosaurs.
Well, we ran mopeds today. Where should we go?
Well, go anywhere you like, right? But just don't ride at night.
Why? Is it dangerous?
Well, apart from the purse snatchers, there are the toads.
Oh, come on. How can a toad hurt me on a bike?
Well, see, to start off with, right, they're night camouflage, so you can't see them. And when you strike them, all the guts come out of their mouth, and you deck out on these slime.
Are there toads everywhere?
Well, no, not on the South Shore.
No, that's right. There you gotta watch out for the killer crabs.
Oh, yeah, I suppose they're as big as Subarus.
No. Just like regular crab size, right? But they got an attitude.
Just try to imagine 1,000 horny male crabs leaving the beach and crossing the road to go get laid, right? And you see your bike coming, so they grip you by the front wheel and yuck you down.
Really?
Yeah, so you better let us drive you home then.
Okay.
All right.
And so it came to pass that in the 9th year of the reign of John the Apologetic, the lawmakers gathered unto themselves and spake, saying, Lo! There are too many loud parties abroad in the land, and in the parishes thereof there is too much noise. And verily, I say unto thee, the days of these parties shall be numbered, and short shall be the span thereof. Therefore, a commandment did they issue, and saying thus, did say, No more loud music wilt thou play by day, neither shalt thou party by night, especially if thou art youngst and blackst. For we are sore afraid. And the priesthood of the land, and there are many, did protest loud murmurings, and loud was the murmurings of their protests. But unto them came Anne, daughter of Frith, and Freddie, the commander of the garrison, and they did comfort them, saying, Verily, thou shalt be exempt, and this commandment shall not apply to thee. For we have said it, and that should be good enough for you and your organ grinder. But there was amongst all the people of the land a few wise men who gathered unto themselves and spake, saying, Fear not, ye who make a joyful noise, for we have divined a method whereby the commandment that is handed down unto us can be flaunted, and circumvention shall be the method of our ways. Be not downcast, and gather unto thyself in numbers, for we say unto thee, as churches are exempt, so shall we be also. For a church shall we form, and loud will be our exaltations unto the host. Here endeth the lesson. Let the party begin!
For centuries, fine wines have come from the Latex region of France. These wines have tickled the back of many a deep French throat, and Ernest and Julio Fellow are proud to continue this tradition. Their award-winning Grand Condom, in its distinctive ribbed bottle with a reservoir tip, is world-renowned for its strength and durability. The much-celebrated Fallow Hardonnay is full-bodied, yet retains its sensitivity. Both are available in handy sex packs. For the more adventurous palate, Ernest and Julio Fallow have developed Chateau 69 de Banque, a risque little potion that delves into new taste sensations, leaving a tart flavor on the tip of the tongue. The professional's favorite is without a doubt Chateau Chat, an exquisite Bordello from the wide-open southern bush country. It is an experienced wine, attractively packaged complete with a child-proof cap. The fine wines of Ernest and Julio Fallow, guaranteed to make her forget her black tower.
Bonsoir, messieurs. I said bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
No doubt you're all wondering why I've called you here tonight. Well, I, Hercule Poirot, the world's only Belgian detective on a work permit, have solved the case. The case of the vanishing visitors. This terrible crime, the appalling mutilation of the entire tourism industry, was committed by a person, or persons, in this room. Yes, gentlemen, the butcher of Bermuda sits among us. Everyone in this room tonight had means, motive, and opportunity. Not me! Ah, the elusive Monsieur Swan. I have not seen you since February, monsieur. You are protesting your innocence, monsieur, but is it not true that you have been in charge of the affairs of the island while you have been premier? Yes? And thus, monsieur, you are ultimately responsible for the death of tourism?
The PLP government, UBP government, the UBP government has always prided itself on being an open government. Thus, the problems of participatory democracy are manifold. It is my opinion, therefore...
Merde, Monsieur Swan, merde de la vache!
But I left the appropriate minister in charge. I was off the island.
Monsieur Swan, at the very least you are guilty of criminal negligence. You have spent far too much time applying your lips to the derriere of various Hong Kong businessmen, monsieur. And far too much time selling overpriced real estate to foreigners. In effect, monsieur, you have neglected those parts of the economy that do not profit you directly.
But I was off the island.
Monsieur Pierman, you, in fact, monsieur, had charge of tourism when the mayor hits the fan.
Well, as a matter of actual fact, the situation that I inherited was completely untenable. Largely due to the outmoded doctrines of this cricket commentator, Jim Woolridge.
Mr. Poirot, if the truth be told, Bermuda's tourism industry, our major industry, the bread and butter, the honey and the jam, was in perfect condition until that bastard, that six-eyed son of a bitch bastard, took it away from me and gave it to this rookie, the bride of Frankenstein. But I was off the island!
Monsieur Pierman, is it not true that while tourism was in your hands, you forced excessive cruise ships upon it? And allowed that filthy bunch of French nudists free reign of the most historic beach on the island?
You see, I was just...
Ah, Monsieur Pierman, is it not also true that you allowed a shady bunch of timeshare dealers into the island to circumvent the laws of the land and then bugger off with all the money?
How's that? Unequivocally, out.
Monsieur Woolridge. You, in fact, in charge of tourism when the death rattle sounded.
Oh, you're not seriously accusing me, are you? Why, I love tourism. By the time I got it back, there was no hope. This whale of an industry was already choking on a banana's back. And he was actively choking off the air supply.
No. You don't understand. You see, my actions are governed by the vicious of the ruckus. You see, I only do what I tell them to tell me to do. The 200 members who regularly turn up to and control the union meetings vote individually as one. And therefore, I am merely a spokesman for myself.
So, Monsieur Simmons, you merely have the best interests of the workers in your heart.
Of course.
I am very confused, monsieur. My little gray cells are in turmoil. Is it not true, Monsieur Simmons, that you closed down the entire Sonesta Beach Hotel for a mere $5? And when tourism was suffocating from a lack of airlift, monsieur, you actively inhibited the free flow of Eastern and Continental just when tourism seemed on the point of recovery?
No. I'm innocent.
How can you claim innocence, monsieur? What about the dock strike? What about the wildcat walkouts in the hotels? What about the work to rule that crippled public transportation, thus inhibiting the vital circulation of vital tourism dollars, monsieur? No. Monsieur Simmons, you are guilty.
Oh, Johnny!
Monsieur! Wipe those merde-manging grins from your faces. You have all been greedy and self-serving. You have let your standards slip and your prices escalate. You have overdeveloped the island and undereducated your children. You have become a nation of t-shirt vendors. No, messieurs. You are all guilty. And so are you.
And I say why to the fisherman, is there no yellowtail or a hind? Just breathe, when I go out to eat and order fresh fish I can never see. To get my best wish, it might be local, but all it really is green. It might taste just fine, just drink a lot of wine, leaf from milk, Chardonnay. The perfect topping is cheese whiz to wipe that dribbler away. Well, Danny Ferris says there's lots of grouper, but I'll just go down to my supermarket and buy some frozen fish sticks, not green. It might taste just fine, just drink a lot of wine, leaf our milk, Chardonnay. The perfect topping is cheese whiz to wipe that fever away. Well, Danny Ferris says there's lots of grouper, but I'll just go down to my supermarket and buy some frozen fish sticks, not green.
What's happening, you guys?
Hey, Junior. Where you been?
Well, since no teachers turned up again today, I decided to go downtown and register to vote.
Yeah? How'd it go?
Man, after I got down there, I found out that since I'm not 21 yet, I gotta get a note from my mother to legally register. Pissed me off, man, I tell you. Jeez. Hey, check the new cars. That yours, Buckets?
Yeah, man, you look sharp, innit?
Yeah, man. Like, what happened to your Scirocco Night Ninja?
Well, when I read in the paper, right, where gonna be no more new cars for 5 years, I manhole ass straight down to Shaw Enterprises and picked up the convertible. Oh yeah.
I still can't believe you took that report seriously. I mean, they paid some dick $100,000 to tell him that East Broadway is not wide enough, the traffic lights don't work, and there's not enough parking in town. I mean, shit, I could have told him that for the breath it takes to say it.
I don't care what you say, or Dick say, or nobody say, right? Because there's no way all of those car salesmen in government are going to let anything change from the way it is already anyhow, right?
So you boys see Cassandra when she was down here or what?
See her? Why I danced with her.
Yeah, what, slow dance?
Oh yeah, I was in there, man.
Well, she's having my baby, you know.
Hey, get off, Mike! Get off, man! You're always talking shit all the time. Cassandra's having my baby. Get off! That's like the time you walked into Colonial, looked the man straight in the eye and said, Dean sank my boat. Get off! Everybody knows you messing up when the rocks going home from Clubman.
You boys know why Hurricane Dean struck on a Sunday?
No.
It's just to show that God doesn't mind staging international events on the Sabbath.
So, Buckets, how's your water trucking business coming along now?
Well, I had a good summer, right?
Yeah.
But things are kind of slow now. I'm had to take on a second job.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm using the truck to pump out cesspits on weekends.
Don't know much about history, don't know much geometry, don't know much of anything at all, but I still graduate in the fall.
Gonna get my BSSC. Lower standards just right for me. Doesn't matter if I still can't read.
Then I'm gonna join the BIU, baby. Get paid no matter what. Gonna pull down 30 G's a year, baby, for doing diddly squat.
Don't know much about geography. Don't know much trigonometry. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a slide rule is for.
But I do wanna make lots of cash and not have to get up off my ass. So the union's the place for me.
Enjoy your dinner, sir.
Excuse me. I ordered yellowtail.
Yes.
Well, this isn't yellowtail.
Yes, it is, sir.
That's not. It's parrotfish.
Sir, we here at the Indiscriminate Fish Pot pride ourselves on serving only the best local fish available. Besides, we would never serve a parrotfish. Triggerfish maybe, but never a parrotfish.
Well, I'm very sorry, White, but this is definitely parrotfish.
How can you tell?
This is not yellowtail.
Well, it's got some yellow on it.
Oh, yeah, right up here near the beak.
Even so, you've got a minute. It's a lovely looking fillet, sir.
Look, I don't care how lovely it looks. I ordered yellowtail, and this is parrotfish.
Okay, fine. It's not yellowtail. It is, in fact, an African grey snapper.
African gray snapper?
That's right, sir. That's right.
You come to my country and you buy an unmarked bag of fillets from some barefoot guy alongside the road with a misspelled fish sign. And you're trying to tell me it's not parrotfish?
That's right,
Look,
sir.
you may be able to flog these coral crunches to tourists, right? That don't know grunts from groupers, right? But I'm Bermudian, see? I've been eating fish since before I was born, all right? So don't give me no shit about an African gray snapper, all right? Because ain't no such goddamn fish. No. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm headed up to here with you restaurant people. I mean, I come out here week after week paying good money. You guys keep abusing me. I mean, I got a reservation, right? You're sitting me right here by the bathroom, right? I waited 15 minutes before you came to take my drink order. Another 15 minutes before you brought it back. By the time it came in, the ice is all melted. The rum doesn't taste like rum. I'm sorry, man. It's not acceptable, man. I mean, look. Smell this appetizer, this salmonella mousse or whatever it is, man. Now take a sip, man. That smells like low tide, man, so I'm wrong with that. I'm sorry, man. And this salad come looking this salad. So lean in here, man. There's a couple of very large fresh escargot in there, pre-digesting my salad right now, man. That's not exactly. Oh, look. I'll give you one thing. Tonight, I got a perfect rule.
That's right.
It was microwave to perfection, right? Then the butter was so goddamn hard, I broke my knife on it. I'm sorry, man. It's not acceptable. I mean, see this? The vegetable of the day? It's the same damn vegetable every damn day, man. It's peas and carrots. Libby's peas and carrots. I got mix and match on my plate here, man. That's no damn good. And now look, and see this wine? $26 a bottle for this wine. I could go down this month right now and get it for $5.95, right? That damn lifty top for me. No, man. And you know what the crown and glory is? You lot's got the nerve to say you're putting 15% gratuities on the bill for my convenience.
So, if I understand you correctly, what you're trying to tell me is that you're not completely satisfied.
He's gonna do the speeches now, man. Go over here, you two. Come on, like. You had enough drink, right?
Ladies and gentlemen. This on? Yeah, it's on. I'm going in. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here today to help us celebrate the union of Bubba and Latrina. Who would have thought all those years ago when I first bust Bubba's ass around Delwood that I would be the best man in his bedroom? It's even stranger, those of us who were there when they first met at bingo down PHC.
Hey!
They both got bingo at the same time, right? And Bubba accused Latrina of cheating, so she bust his ass too. However, true love blossomed, and here we are today. I'd like to hand you over now.
Hold it. Read the telegrams first,
Oh,
mate.
right, the telegram.
Read the telegrams.
I'm wishing you all the best on your special day. Love, Madri and Theodosia.
Very nice.
Thinking of you today, drinking at your expense, wire when to stop. The boys. And congrats and best wishes. Please send picture. Doesn't have to be mounted. Holding hands will do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you all to raise your glasses and join us in a toast to Bubba and Latrina.
Bubba and Latrina.
For they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, and so say all of us,
And so say all.
Stop.
Okay, man, okay. And now, Bubba, it's time for you to say a few words.
Well, I've never been too good at making speeches like that.
Yeah, no shit.
But like, first off, I'd like to thank Latrina's mama for having us. And also for letting us stay around
Man,
like
speak
her
up,
thing.
man, speak
All right, I'm trying, man. I'd like to thank you all for coming along and like helping to make today such a special day, which it is for both of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Bubba. I know that was the best you could do.
Shut up, man.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the man was paying for everything, Mr. Pitt, we'd like to say a few words. It's all yours, Sass.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's very nice to have you all here tonight. Latrina, I'm been living with your mama for 6 years now, Latrina. I guess I'm the closest thing you ever had to a daddy, so I just wanted to let you know that when I count up my daughters, I include your mom. Just wanted to let you know that. And Bubba! Bubba, I know you're gonna make it work this time, right? And Bubba, when you get a job and somewhere else to freaking well live, then you can think about children. Speaking of children, Latrina, what you doing with your two while you and Bob was down in Disney World?
Well, they're going to Jersey to stay with their daddy.
What, both of them?
No. Lysol's daddy stays to California.
Oh, okay. Well, I forgot about him. Anyway, people, we don't want the party to stop, right? So if you haven't got a drink, just go see Latrina's mom up there by the bar. She'll sell you some more drink tickets so that you can continue the party. And if you're hungry, we've got some roti and whatnot for sale, popcorn and all of that. You can see the bridesmaids for a wedding video or a wedding t-shirt, something like that there. Some old healthy cause, you know. And I hope you would take this next 15 minutes to refresh yourself or relieve yourself, because we'll be doing the same backstage. And I'd like you to once again raise your glasses in a toast to the bride and groom, to Bubba and Latrina, and thank the good Lord that Bubba only got 12 months for touching up that young girl. But now it's time for these men.
For they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good
Okay, we're gonna play a real game now.
All right, no problem.
One-eyed Jacks, man with the axe, pair of hooks takes all.
What?
One-eyed Jacks, man with the axe, pair of hooks takes all.
Don't bother dealing me into that.
But while you're up, Bruce, can you make me a...
Yeah, I'll have one while you're up as well. I'm all right. Well, if I'm going to be in this one, I needed some more chips.
Well, I got plenty. How much more do you want to give me?
$5 to do.
Okay, fine.
Thanks.
I don't know about you guys, but I hate these new Silver Streak $5 bills.
Oh, you mean the Edgar Wilkinson scratch and sniff note?
You know, I wonder how many Filipinos Rainbow Resources had to smuggle in to white out all them signatures.
And you know, my girl got away with it too, you know. And I bet you Edgar's fine didn't even come close to covering the cost of even half the white out.
Right. I don't know why we needed new money anyhow, you know?
Well, the Bermuda Monetary Authority's got to do something to prove that they exist. And to show that they justify their incredibly high salaries.
Yeah, but it looks like cheap-ass Caribbean jump-off money.
Right. What it really looks like is they got a box of crayons, right? Got hot and went fetching crazy. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Right. And they obviously didn't even have a full set, right? Because by the time they got to 50s and 100s, all they had was orange and brown left.
Okay, everybody, ante up. No coins.
What's your problem, mate? These dollar coins is legal tender, isn't it?
Well, it's not good enough for Crown and Anchor. It's not good enough on this table, right?
You checked out that $2 minimum bet, cop man?
Oh, yes, mate.
Gave my girlfriend the money. She lost it twice as fast and back to bug me in half. It's friggin' done.
Yeah. That's the sort of thing that causes inflation, you know.
Yeah, right, Dr. Saul. Just ante up.
All right.
What game we playing here, anyhow?
One-eyed Jacks, man with the axe, pair of hooks takes all. It's your bet.
Yeah, all right.
7 cards, right?
Right, first 2 down, the rest up.
Well, man.
Got the weekend papers?
Yeah, mate, should be on the bar somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know why you buy those rags, man. There's nothing in them.
Well, I just get them for the funnies, right?
Oh, yeah.
I like to check out the sun door. Just some fun over you this week.
Let me see it.
Was I London or what?
I bet you still owe me, man. Make this money double.
Never say bumpy, say derriere. Never say buttocks, say derriere. Never say rear end, say derriere. Girl's best soft place. Never say haunches, say derriere. Never say backside, say derriere. Never say bum bum, say derriere. Girl's best soft place, derriere. A girl's best soft place, derriere. A girl's best soft place, derriere.
Welcome back to Station MWK, friends. I see by the clock on the wall and the watch on my wrist that it's 20 after 10, time for the latest news here on Station MWK, Radio Mohawk. The son of St. David's. Dombla, 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 dom. With the latest news from the Mohawk newsroom, here I am. News tonight, a presentation of Vendetta Records. Vendetta Records is pleased to present a special double album. Two family groups together in song. The Partridge Family and the De La Chevature family with their album Birds of a Feather flock together. This great double album is alleged to contain such hits as Mama Said There'd Be Days Like This, My Favorite Things, Strangers in the Night, and Daddy's Home. The Partridge Family and the De La Chevature family together in song. Get your copy today exclusively from Vendetta Records. And now back to the news. A spokesman at the King Edward VII Memorial Hospital today again defended the use of an incinerator to dispose of hospital waste. There's only so much of this stuff that we can recycle, he said. Outspoken fisherman Danny Ferris has offered to act as guide for John Swan and the entire government cabinet in a planned fishing trip. Danny's only stipulation is that the politicians go in a 13-foot Boston whaler with no oars, radio, or flares. Following yesterday's intense earthquake, St. David's residents are still debating whether it was San Andreas or Mary Fogo's fault. Charges are expected to be laid shortly. Orville O'Connor is the grand prize winner in the first drawing of St. David's Super Lotto. Orville gets $1 a year for the next million years. Turning now to the world of sports, Bermuda's Olympic high jumper Clarence Nicky Saunders cleared his throat today. The normally phlegmatic Saunders commented, "It's not a big deal." Ex-baseball great Pete Rose has confirmed that he will be trying out for one of next year's Cup match teams right here in Bermuda. Pete is reported to have said, "Cricket and crown and anchor, a bat, a ball, and a bet. Hey, sounds like my kind of game." And finally in sports, a sad story from the U.S. Naval Air Station right here in Bermuda. The quarterback of the Navy's football team yesterday married one of the local girls who made up the cheerleading squad. Seems, however, that the marriage is doomed to failure because he thought he was getting a tight end and she turned out to be a wide receiver. That's it for the news, but folks, we'd advise you to set your alarm clocks tonight. You won't want to miss this great double feature that's coming your way tonight on MBO Mohawk Box Office. First, there's the gripping drama which chronicles the interracial tensions of a small Azorean fishing village when it is visited by a group of breakdancers from the Bronx. That's Spike Lee, Billy D, Muhammad Ali, and 500 raving Portuguese in Do the Right Thing, Very Nice for You. And that's followed by Sigourney Weaver, Eldridge Cleaver, and the late Huey Newton in Black Panthers in the Mist. That's coming up tonight on MBO. That does it for all the news and the sports right here on station MWK Radio Mohawk. The son of St. David.
Yeah, cut it. sorry to interrupt, ladies and gentlemen. We have a bit of a problem. The 6 of us were just reading the skit we're about to do, and we found out there's 7 parts in it. But anyway, we just had a little backstage conference, and we think we have a solution to our difficulty. All we need is for someone out of the audience to play the 7th part. My friend and Sean are going to come out here and convince someone that this is what they really want to do. As you may have guessed by the music, the skit we're about to do is a Robin Hood skit. And the lucky volunteers got to play the part of Robin Hood. You got someone back there? Let's give a hand, whoever it is. Don't worry, there's no fish or water in this year's skit, so. What Sean and Fred are about to do is take John backstage, explain to him how this all works, give him a little costume to put on, and since we all know our lines, I hope, we're going to be giving him cue cards all the way through this thing. Anyway, think he's had enough time to learn it all now? Okay, so without any further ado, you can start the tape again. Sorry to interrupt.
Well, I've been a wild outlaw for many's a year. We rob from the rich and we drink lots of beer. We live in the forest with 12 other men. It's a jolly gay lifestyle out here in the glen. It's Nottingham Forest. Insert a line here. If your team is Notts County, you can stick in your ear.
All right, that's enough silly, limey drinking songs. Where the hell's Robin? Yes, he should have returned from the beaches of Cambridge by now. It doesn't take that long to drive back from Somerset, does it? I wonder if he's safe. That depends upon a combination of events.
Right. What time you got anyhow?
Time? Just on the hour.
And here is Robin now.
Hail men most merry.
Can you hear him back there?
No.
Much louder, right?
Hail men most merry. Hast thou the venison for this ease repast, cooked even unto unripened crispness?
Very good. What the hell did he say, Maid Marian?
I think he said, have you got degrees ready?
Pizzas from Robin Hood.
Pizza I have not. Pizza have I not.
We don't have any food, but we have been robbing from the rich.
And this time we decided to keep it.
Our booty is bountiful. Baubles and bangles abound about. Wherein to be severally distributed to our numbered accounts in the far-off land of Switzer.
Aha! I have caught you! It's the Sheriff of Nottingham County!
Well, who did you expect? Batman?
Well, you are wearing a cape.
And I am Robin.
Yes, you have been, and that's precisely why I've come to arrest you.
An alibi do I have?
Oh? Do tell.
Yes! Do tell!
Do tell!
There's lots of
There's the
flourishes.
camera right there. Smile.
We hope you liked our little skit, though the apple eye did not hit. Back to my seat I must go, so these buyers can go on with the show. Return, bow, and bugger off.
We believe we live in Bermuda.
I don't want much. Just a small house, 2 or 3 bedrooms, a nice kitchen, dining room, on a small half-acre lot. You know, not much, just something that we can call ours. So after I heard their ad, I went down to the bank's mortgage department, and they told me that they make buying a house really simple. They said all I needed was $250,000 in cash, and they'd lend me the rest with a US dollar floating point loan, starting at 12.5%. I thought, that's such a bargain, I'll take 2.
Welcome to Sex Talk with Dr. Marjorie Bean, where Dr. Bean answers your questions about personal intimacy.
Good evening. And may I say how wonderful it is to be here this evening, talking to you ladies and gentlemen, as they say in this industry, on the air, and to answer some of the viewers' letters. Now, our first letter this evening reads, Dear Dr. Marjorie, my girlfriend complains because I don't give her enough foreplay. Do you have any suggestions? Signed in a hurry from Harrington 100. Now, the first thing that I have to say to hurry is slow down. These things take time. Unless things have changed since my courting days, men are very different from ladies, which, let's face it, is where all the confusion starts. You see, clinical studies have suggested that the bare minimum for full participation by the male is that he be awake. Whereas the lady has more complicated prerequisites. She must, for example, be comfortable. Soft lights and music are never out of place. When I was a young girl, a little bit of Glenn Miller on the gramophone used to put me right in the mood. A few sweet nothings whispered wetly in the ear is the prelude for a deep, soulful exploration of the oral cavity. If your efforts are received with a vocalization of appreciation, you may proceed to the next stage.
a gentle cupping of the buttocks, interspersed with a slow squeezing motion. If your lady friend's bezooms are not bare at this moment, now would be the time to do so. By now, your path should be clear to you. If not, your lady friend will push you down the primrose path of passion. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't hurry. Be lucky.
Tune in next week when Dr. Marjorie will be joined by her guest, Aunt Reggie, to discuss the cucumber and how it fits into our heritage.
Ooh, I work real hard, babe. Yes, you know it's true. Auntie says I'm underpaid, babe, for doing the things I do. Pick up the garbage, ferry bus haulage. I got a pay rise, I'm working 37.5 hours a week. 37.5 hours a week. I love you. 37.5 hours a week. Just like all the civil servants do. Ooh, I work real hard, babe. Yes, you know it's true. Auntie says I'm underpaid, babe, for doing the things I do. Oh, pick up the garbage, ferry bus haulage. I got a pay rise, I'm working 37.5 hours a week. 37.5 hours a week. 37.5 hours a week.
It's on again. It's Payne's Furniture's annual going out of business sale. Prices have been slashed throughout the store. With a non-refundable down payment of only $2,000, you can have any piece in the store and not pay any more until 1990. This week, price to clear, we have French dressers, odd dressers, and cross dressers. Also, there are great savings to be had on occasional furniture, perennial furniture, and one really strange ottoman. Look out next week for the Manager's Gone to the Toilet sale. Every day there's a bargain, and you'll be had at Payne's Furniture.
So, why is Fred smoking a joint?
I'm going to send a Rasta to Alaska.
You put your jumper in the shop fax, and the locks go round and round. Oh, oh, oh. kids everywhere. Jama Rastafari pull a bear, mush on your blood clot doggy man. Hit it, hit it.
I just came back from the Bank of Butterfield and took all my money out, and they gave me this seedling. Looks kind of familiar. I ain't exactly sure what it is. The guy mumbled something about being a Bembo Memorial shoot or something. I don't know. Anyhow. I see by the clock on the wall it's time for the latest news here on station MWK Radio Mohawk. The son of St. David's. With the latest news from the Mohawk newsroom, here I am. News tonight, a presentation of Parliamentary Publishing. Brand new from Parliamentary Publishing, the Harry Vera Book of Etiquette. This fascinating book is the absolute definitive guide for the aspiring right-wing reactionary. Chapters include how to give proper knee-jerk reactions, the best way to avoid listening to men with feathers in their hats, and how to really leave a party. Look for the Harry Vera Book of Etiquette and get your copy today. And now, back to the news. At a press conference today, Government's Housing Minister Quentin Edness announced a bold new plan to, quote, break the back of the housing problem yet again. Mr. Edness calls his scheme house sitting for the homeless, and it involves placing various vagrants in exclusive Tuckerstown properties to, quote, watch over things while the owners are away. The St. George's City Council is trying to boost the image of the old town and are promoting it as more exciting than New York, more cultural than London, and more vibrant than San Francisco. We don't even need an earthquake, said the mayor. Our docks fall into the bay all by their own selves. Residents of Texas Road, still a bit jittery following a busy hurricane season, were given another scare when a freak storm blew up last night. Resident Percy Vines says that he was so nervous he lost 10 pounds, all of it brown. The police department have come out strongly in favor of one general high school for the island as proposed in the recent education report. That way we'll always know where and when the 3:30 pack race starts, a spokesman said. And from Hollywood, news that comedian talk show host Joan Rivers has married basketball superstar Michael Jordan. The couple are expecting their first child, which naturally will be a crossing of Rivers-Jordan. Time now for the Mohawk AccuWeather forecast. Presently there is a depression hanging out over the island, bringing with it some special localized weather patterns. There are storms of controversy at the Bank of Butterfield, futile hailing of cabs on Front Street, and showers of rocks and bottles on St. Monica's Road. Elsewhere on the island, out in St. Joe, they had a heavy blow. Around Huntley Towers, there were lots of showers, and down in Crawl, sweet nothing much whatsoever. That's it for the news. Time now to get back to music, and we've got a real special treat for you all tonight. We've got 3 fellas, local fellas, that are doing real good, got an album out, and we'd like you to get your hands together for some foot stomping music. Here they are, Flatsbridge Willie and the Tide Turners. Let's hear it for them.
Okay, good evening, y'all. Y'all having a good time now? Set yourself down now. Set yourself down. I know this must be an unexpected surprise for you, you know. Well, we've been together for 20 years now, and we're going to do you a couple of songs tonight. We're going to start off with a song from our first album. The album was called I'm So Miserable Without You, It's Almost Like Having You Here. The song incidentally is in the key of C for country, C for those of you taking notes, and it goes like this. On 5, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Up the road again. They're tearing up that goddamn road again. Telco, Belco, Public Works, and all their friends. They're tearing up the goddamn road again. They close down one lane, hold up traffic till you're feeling mean and grumbling. It's a goddamn pain, 'cause their surface is so lumpy, it hurts you bumpy, hurts you bumpy. Up the road again, they're tearing up hey, lady, over there. Do you want to put your panties back on? We don't want to have that kind of time in here. Yeah, the lady in red, I can see you. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to follow that up with another of our famous songs. This one's from our album, You Left Footprints on My Stomach When You Walked Out of My Heart. By a strange coincidence, this one too is in the key of C. After 5, let's hit it, boys. 1, 2, 7, 5, 5. On a warm summer's evening, when the county game was over, I met up with a gambler who was too pissed off to speak. So he polished off the 40 while staring at the waitress till my bladders overcame us and we had to take a leak. He said, I spend my life going down a cup match, attending every county game from east down to the west. That ain't got no more money, and I'd like to keep on drinking. So buy another bottle and I'll tell you all the rest. You gotta pay for your parking.
For your parking.
Pay at the entrance. Pay for your muscle pie, your beer and cigarettes. Where you spend all your money. And when you reach the table, you've only got $1 according to the bakers who work there.
Thank y'all very much. Your sincere appreciation is sincerely appreciated.
We love you.
At least he does. Anyway, on my left, I have the privilege of introducing possibly one of the finest country rhythm guitarists to play guitar on the Clayhouse stage this evening. The one and only, the amazing Mr. Chris Hot Fingers Broadhurst.
Pretty exciting for you, isn't it? Let me tell you. In addition to that, I have the personal honor to be playing up here with possibly the greatest country rhythm guitarist that you're going to hear at least for the next 5 minutes. I'm talking about none other than the amazing, worn-shorn, slew-hand, Hot Fingers Dill. Let me hear it, fellas.
Well, last but not least, I'm also honored to be here with possibly one of the finest country rhythm guitarists in the world, truly a legend in his own mind, Mr. Slim Tim Hot Fingers Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
And with that rousing set of truly original introductions, I'd like to kick off our next song, our final song for this evening. You'll be glad to hear it. You'll have to do without the benefit of my slow hands or my hot fingers in this one. I'm going to clap along, and I hope you join in too. It's a new song of ours. It's wonderful. It's called The Parliament Hillbilly. Only enough in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come listen to the story of a Stewart Haywood. Wrote a column, told a paper, so his views would be heard. Then one day he was hugging on a tree, and somebody said, you should be an MP. Independent, that is.
On the line,
political dinosaur. Well, the next thing you know, old Stewart topped the poll, and Dr. Clarence James had been left out in the cold. By the end of the day, the message had been sent, so he hopped on his bike, pedaled up to Parliament Hill, that is.
seat warmers.
Oh,
Sugar! The Parliament Hillbilly.
Now, with the help of our comedy time machine, we take you into the future for a look at the news.
From the combined telecommunications monopoly of ZBV Cable Fonts Incorporated, here's the news with David Burchell, complete with full beard and mustache. At last.
Good evening. I know you're glad to hear my voice. I always am, because I'm David Burchell, and this is the news. Premier Julian Hall today unveiled a new 5-year plan by government that he claims will solve the island's housing, traffic, labor relations, drug and trash disposal problems. Quick on the heels of the unveiling of the 7th 5-year plan to be announced by government this year, opposition leader Smokin' Ann Frith Cartwright de Kudo Swan de Silva denounced the plan, which she billed as a pile of the usual inane, inefficient, meaningless government rhetoric based entirely on past UBP programs. In other news, parole was again denied to non-urban guerrilla leader Stuart Greenbelt Hayward. Mr. Hayward's supporters are continuing their ruthless campaign of random tree plantings around the island. Bermuda's terrified population are recovering from the trauma of the most recent attack, the mass planting of cedar saplings in the heavily populated Middletown area during peak rush hour drug traffic. That's it for the future news here on ZBV Cable Fonts Incorporated. I'm David Burchell.
And welcome to News and Views. Tonight, I'll be talking about labor relations in Bermuda and how it affects the self-employed. In light of the public's heightened awareness of the importance of good labor management relations, especially in view of the dock dispute which affected the whole community, and the recently reached controversial agreement between the blue-collar workers and government, scant attention has been paid to labor relations in the self-employed sector. Indeed, I think I am talking about the plight of those who work for themselves. On my left, I have Mr. Charles Devitt, a self-employed bookkeeper.
Hello, Rick.
And on his left is Mr. Eugene Soliloquy, a self-employed freelance general independent trucker.
What's happening, Rick?
Now, Mr. Soliloquy, you seem to be having the same trouble as the rest of the country. You've been working without an agreement for over 6 months now.
That's right, Rick. I've had trouble meeting myself at the bargaining table, right? And as such, I've been working with myself without an agreement for the last 4 months.
Yes, and are you making any progress?
No, I am not. And I won't till I start negotiating in good faith. Right up till now, my attitude has been terrible. Insulting to my intelligence.
I see. Well, Mr. Devitt here seems to have had the opposite experience. Mr. Devitt, how do you do it?
Well, Rick, I have an open-door relationship with myself, you see? I have a union meeting every 2 weeks in which I all turn up. Where I have free and wide-ranging discussions with myself on matters of mutual importance.
I see. How are the votes tabulated in your meetings? Are they done by secret ballot?
Oh, no, but they're done by a show of hand.
Ha! That might be fine for you, but you don't work for me. I mean, I'm a real bastard, right? I mean, I might seem fine to you now, right? But you should see me at work. Sometimes I don't even recognize myself, especially when I've been drinking.
We have our first caller. Hello, welcome to my program. You're on the air. Hello. Hello, welcome to News and Views. You're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Rick?
Yes?
I just called to say...
Thank you very much. Thank you. Tell me, Mr. Soliloquy, what items are still to be decided in your current dispute with yourself?
Well, wages, man. It's always wages, isn't it? I mean, I asked myself for 15%, right? And then I bloody well claimed I couldn't afford it. I think I'm hiding something.
There's your problem, man. You see, I've shown myself the books, right? With full disclosure and everything, right? See, my relationship with me is built on mutual respect and trust.
Oh, trust? Oh, please! I wouldn't trust me as far as I could throw me. I'm exploiting myself for my own financial gain. It's a self-fulfilling profit margin, pure and simple.
I see, right. Well, we have our next caller. Hello, you're on the air. This is News and Views.
Mr. Richardson, you haven't been returning my calls. This is the Bermuda Credit Association.
We have to clear the lines there. There's another call coming in. Hello, you're on the air. This is News and Views.
Hello, Rick.
Yes.
Yeah, Rick, this here is Bullhead, and I've got an opinion I'd like to share with you and your guest.
Go ahead.
Okay. I feel that government should do more to help people who are too stupid or lazy to do things for themselves. I mean, that's what they get paid for, isn't it? Looking after the people whether they voted for them or not. I mean, I don't vote, right? But I'm a born Bermudian, you know. I mean, I'm not expecting way fast enough.
Go ahead. Hi. What exactly does this have to do with labor relations amongst the self-employed?
Nothing. Why?
That's our topic for this evening.
Oh. Well, anyway, I feel I ought to be able to get my award,
Yes,
man.
thank you very much. Now, gentlemen, my biased interpretation of what the caller ought to have said is that there is, quite simply, plenty of blame to go around.
Well, that's right, Rick. It takes one to tango, you know.
Oh, please! If you could count the number of times, I can't believe it. I'm totally unreasonable to work with. And sometimes it really pisses me off when I come out of my office in the afternoon and I bloody well find that I've snuck home early.
See, once again, I have a comprehensive sports policy, you see? I play with myself every week. And I even socialize. I go out myself, and I tell myself jokes, and I laugh at them. Yeah, especially the ones I haven't heard before.
Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for this evening. Join me next week when my topic will be cross-dressing and medicine.
Excuse me! I'm not finished yet, man! I mean, I might have to really close myself down. I shall not be moved. I shall not give my life stand, give my life all.
Oh, here's a man to fix the office equipment.
Nope, just the facts, ma'am. What seems to be the problem, ma'am?
Well, Fred's cut off half his hand.
How's that, ma'am?
He put his finger in the sharpener, and the blades go round and round. Whoa, blood everywhere.
Once upon a time, in a far-off land called Kansas, there lived a little girl named Dorothy. But we're not going to tell you her story. Instead, we're going to tell you about Daniqua, who lived on an island with her Aunt Em, Uncle Henry, and a bunch of wild, crazy cousins. Daniqua had a little dog named Toto, but he wandered into the neighbor's yard and their pit bull ate him. So there's no dogs in this story. One day, Daniqua was out riding her bike and took a wicked dack. Or maybe it was a wicked crack. Anyhow, Daniqua was out like a light. And when she came to, she didn't know where she was.
Oh, hey, hello. You want to go for a ride in my horse and buggy?
No thanks.
You want to buy one of my t-shirts?
No thanks.
Well, then get cracking.
Oh, that man was really rude. This can't be the Bermuda that I remember. I'm going to get home. How do I get home?
Somewhere back in the future lies my home. Somewhere near friendly people stay and greet you each and every day sincerely. Where sunshine warms the atmosphere and breezes blow through air so clear, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere back in my memory, there's a place, peaceful, warm, and so friendly, moves at a slower pace.
You know what you want to do? I'll tell you. You want to go and see the wizard.
The wizard?
Oh.
Well, where's he to?
Well, he's whoa.
It's that thing. Okay, fine. Thank you. Hello. Who are you?
Well, I'm the UBP lion, little girl. Would you like some candy?
I'm the POP Scarecrow, and you deserve twice as much candy as that.
Oh, right, yes. I'm the NLP Tin Man, and candy is bad for you.
Well, I don't want no kind of candy from none of you lot. I'm going home to Bermuda, and the wizard's gonna get me there.
Wizard?
What wizard?
Well, I don't actually know really, but he must be good because he was recommended to me by a front street businessman.
Well, if this wizard of yours can help you get back to Bermuda, he can help me too. I'm coming along.
Well, that's all right, fine. You could come. Makes no difference to me.
All we want is your approval, like you want trash removal.
Won't you tell us we're okay? And we won't stop the things we're doing. It's the public that we're screwing. Won't you like us anyway? We will give ourselves more raises. Your complaints will never faze us. We'll do just what we choose. And we will put the incinerator where we want sooner or later, because we can never lose.
That was very good.
Well, if you're going, so am I. We would take back all the status that the expats got for gratis and really make them power. We would cool out on the beaches, live off foreigners like leeches if we were put in power. We'd insist they raise their wages in incremental stages for everyone we hired. But if you work for Auntie Honey, don't you ask for no more money, or you'll find your ass is fired.
That was good.
Oh, right.
Very good.
I don't want to be the odd man out. I'm going as well. Our ideas are quite confusing, and our logic is amusing. We don't really have a clue. Though our policies are lagging, we jump on the bandwagon because we don't know what to do. At the polls we took a licking, but we vowed to keep on kicking and sticking out our necks. We gained members by defection, could have won the last election if I only had my specs.
Very good. I thought you sung good too. Well, I guess it's all settled. We're all gonna go see the wizard.
But how do we get there?
I don't know. Follow the toad in the road. Follow the toad in the road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Oz. Because
Hold it right there, my pretties. Back behind the red tape on the floor. Are you all traveling together?
Yes? Who are you?
I'm the Wicked Witch of Red Tape. And you have to clear immigration before you can go any further. Now, are you returning residents?
No, we've never been here before.
Oh, that'll speed things up. Okay. Now, do you have a visa?
No. I got MasterCard.
That'll be just fine, thank you. Okay, well, thank you and have a nice day.
Okay.
Hold it right now. You have to clear customs before you can go any further. Now, is any of you bringing into the island any soil?
No.
Fresh fish or seafood?
No.
Sweet potato, maize, citrus, narcotics, carrots?
No.
Parasites or insects?
No.
Okay, fine. Enjoy your stay. Hold it!
What now?
Monetary authority. Is any of you carrying with you in excess of $3,000 in U.S. currency?
Do I look like Edgar Wilkinson to you?
Good point. Well, enjoy your stay and remember, always say good morning.
Good morning.
Taxis are out this way.
Hello. We'd like to see the wizard, please.
No wizard here. Maybe I can help you. Here.
Giles Oxford. Whiskey. Oh. Right here. Not wizard.
Yes. Whiz Kid. General Overseas All-Purpose Consultant and undergraduate. If you've got a problem and, of course, enough money, I'll come up with the answers that you want to hear. But before we start, just a few words on my fee structure. I charge by the minute, unless, of course, I come up with a great idea straight away, in which case I charge an overall project fee with a 40% overrun. Of course, if I don't come up with any ideas at all, you'll still get a wonderful, thick report full of diagrams, graphs, long, impressive-sounding words, all that kind of thing. Now, how can I help you?
Well, I want people to like me in spite of what I do.
No problem. Like me. Standard answer is... Why not think of others besides yourself?
Now, just a second.
Excuse me. Are you some form of politician?
Of course!
Oh, well, look, just leak this report to the press. Maybe they'll think you've been doing some work for a change, all right?
Look. I want power, right? Nothing else, just power.
Jolly good. Well, I've got this wonderfully biased phone poll here, which conclusively proves that the majority of respondents from a statistically corrected group firmly believe that you are the party that should be in power. Hang in there, all right?
Thank you.
Jolly good. Wonderful.
Oh, my turn, right, okay. I'd like respect, please. And my glasses?
Who did you say you were?
I'm the NLP.
See? Ah, well, I'm afraid my research shows that you can't afford me. Go away.
Excuse me.
Ah, yes, dear.
I'm searching for the wonderful Bermuda that I remember.
Splendid. Well, I've got lots of them here. Which one do you remember?
Well, I remember lots of open spaces and green hillsides.
Yes, got that one. Here we are. But unfortunately, everyone lived in little one-room cottages with no electricity and outside toilets. There you are.
Well, I remember you could go outside and leave your doors unlocked.
True, got that one as well. But everyone was so poor they didn't have anything worth stealing. There we go.
I remember people were really friendly.
Well, of course they were friendly. They were damn glad to see each other. Hell, it was a 2-day carriage ride to Somerset, and besides, they were all related. Look, to be perfectly honest, I can't help you see. I'm only here because these fools here pay me colossal amounts of money to give them reports, you see, justifying what they've already made up their minds to do.
Look, you're almost 18, right? Well, at the next election, vote for me, and I'll slide through a new law making everything all right. No. Vote for me, and I'll give you a 20% increase in happiness per year, backdated to 1609.
Actually, if you vote for me, I'll look into it as soon as possible after I've found my glasses.
Look, don't listen to these chaps. I mean, they really can't see further than their own bank balances. I mean, their idea of long-term planning was to set up an outrageous pension scheme for themselves.
What should I do?
Perhaps we should sing another song.
Why not? NLPUBP, the PLP as well. If that's the only choice you've got, you haven't a chance in hell. Don't you dare to speak your mind in a TV studio. When you get to work next day, you'll find they've let you go. The UBP says they support the youth. We'll see what happens in the voting booth. And that's the truth. Sheila Cooper, Wilkinson, and Alden Bridge makes 3. When they had their day in court, they all got off scot-free. Develop all the open space, put buildings everywhere. As long as you can make some cash, who cares about next year? All right. School's no longer what it used to be. We're striving hard for mediocrity. No GCEs, the war on drugs is on, they say they're testing randomly. So watch out for a policeman when you go to take a pee. Ha ha ha, hee hee hee, it's time for us to go. So pay your tab, go to the door and buy a video.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. As is our custom, we have one last song.
Good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. This is the end of another show. It's been a pleasure to play for you so. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. There's no more jokes. 1 Amstel Light, 5 Bacardi and Coke. Come backstage if you're not with a bloke. Good night, sweetheart. Good night, sweetheart. Good night.
Good night. We got a murdering bastard, sentenced him to hang. But along came the governor, gave a pardon to that man. We're gonna have to take a referendum. Let's decide this thing. A few years in prison, let the bastard swing.